I'd like to acknowledge that we are all on stolen land. I'd like to also acknowledge the black politicians in this colonisers' place. That's right, it's stolen land. Things are getting worse. It's still stolen, no agreements, it's still stolen. We'll be dead. Smirks and mirrors. My heart goes out to every black woman in prison right now. Our people are being killed by a system that tries to choke their potential from the moment they open their eyes. Come on. Do you have a conscience in there? That's when many of you fellas in there are starting to enjoy the pleasures of your retirement. The stolen generations are not over. They continue to happen right here, day by day. Hope you feel good about that. Not the tick a box, pick a black fella, tick a box consultation that both parties use. We have arrived at $200,000 per survivor as a starting point. Racist, harmful government actions. But the Northern Territory government sent us body bags before they sent us PPE. This never would have happened if blackfellas had a say on their own country.
I'm going to take a minute or two to actually give my opinion on the diatribe that came out of Senator Thorpe's mouth. I, as an Australian, was born here, and I myself am Indigenous to this land. I'm native to this land. I was born here, as many Australians feel. To continually be thrown up that I don't belong here, or the fact is that it's stolen land, I think it's a slap in the face. To have her comments on the floor of Parliament to call white privileged Australians, as she said to a couple of senators, white old privileged males. This is not pulling us together. This is not working together for reconciliation. She does not acknowledge the Australians that were born here. To say that there is a rate of over-imprisonment, it's like any Australian, if you break the law, you have to pay a penalty for it, and that means imprisonment. Then people must take responsibility for their own actions. When she speaks of children being ripped from the arms of parents, that is because children in these communities at such a young baby age, toddlers, are being raped by their family members. We don't speak up about that. Yes, they will be taken away from their families, as it is in the white society. You cannot blame it on your cultural differences. These are children that need to be protected. And if families are not protecting their children, as far as education, I have visited these remote communities. People can send their children to school at the expense of the taxpayers. They're given every opportunity for an education. They're given every opportunity with the privileges paid for by the taxpayers. That other children don't have that opportunity. Billions, hundreds of billions of dollars have been thrown at this Aboriginal industry, and yet we still talk about it today. Nothing's changed. You have representation in that parliament. People claim to have Aboriginal backgrounds. Fair enough. But I am also here to represent on the floor of Parliament those Indigenous Australians as every other senator and every other member of Parliament. Do not continue to divide us by throwing more money out of it without accountability. Do audits on this system. Ask why the Land Council won't hand over their land to the Aboriginal people for their independence so they can move forward with their lives. We don't do that. Why is it shut down? There has to be questions asked. Don't be afraid to ask them and speak up on behalf of those Australians.